Welcome back to another one of my videos. If you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Laura, and today I'm going to show you how I made this mango mascarpone cake for Julian and I's 4-year anniversary. So if you want to see how to make this cake, let's get right into it. Now the first thing we need to make is our cake so we can get that cooled off. Now as you can already tell based on all the ingredients in front of me, I'm not using my typical sponge cake like I normally use with my layered cakes. I'm switching it up a little bit. Now there's already a video on my channel where I show you exactly how I make this cake with lots of steps and little tips and tricks. So if you want to watch that, it is linked up there. That being said, for this cake, we're going to need 4 room temperature eggs, 200 grams of sugar with a pinch of salt, a good splash of vanilla, 300 grams of flour with 2 teaspoons of baking powder, 200 milliliters each of milk and oil, and 100 grams of ground almonds. We're going to start by letting our eggs, sugar, salt, and vanilla mix until it's super light and fluffy, so for about 5 to 7 minutes, just like we would with our sponge cake. Now I'm just going to really quickly mix in both of my wet ingredients, so my milk and my oil, and once that is just about mixed in, we can go ahead and sieve and fold in our dry ingredients as well. Now at this point, our cake can wander into the oven that's been preheated to 360 degrees Fahrenheit or 180 degrees Celsius, and it's going to bake for about 30 minutes. Now again, you just want to make sure that it's nice and golden brown and that it's obviously cooked through, and that might vary depending on your oven. Now I also always like wrapping it in a kitchen towel, that way the moisture kind of stays in the cake and it doesn't dry out as fast. Now while our cake is cooling off, we can already go ahead and make our mango fruit filling. So for that, I'm going to be using 250 grams of frozen and thawed mango, 25 grams of powdered sugar, 25 grams of cornstarch with a splash of water, and the juice of half a lemon. Now once again, you can feel free to add any other flavorings to this that you want, such as vanilla or anything else. Now our fruit filling is going to go really quickly here as well. We're going to start by just pureeing our mango until it's nice and smooth, and then we're basically just going to add everything into a pot, just making sure to dissolve the cornstarch with the water before adding it to make sure that there's no clumps. And then we're going to simply bring it up to a boil until it's thickened, and that's basically it. Now, as we heat up our fruit, we just want to make sure to be constantly stirring it just to make sure that nothing gets stuck at the bottom or starts thickening up before the rest of our filling does. And as it comes up to a boil, it is going to get nice and thick from the cornstarch, which is exactly what we want. Now that our filling is nice and thick, we can go ahead and add in 25 grams of butter. So at this point, we can just transfer our filling and cover it with plastic wrap to make sure that there's no film or skin that gets created on the top. Now we just have to wait for our filling to completely cool before we can use it to layer our cake. As you can see, it is the next day. Now overnight, I let my cake and my filling completely cool off. So today we're gonna start by making our mascarpone filling, layering our cake, and decorating it. And hopefully we can get that done in 2 hours because that is when Julian is coming over. And obviously I wanna surprise him with the cake. So we've got 2 hours, so let's get the show started. Now for our mascarpone filling, we only need 4 ingredients. We need 600 milliliters of heavy whipping cream, 750 grams of mascarpone cheese, 50 grams or so of powdered sugar, and of course a good splash of vanilla for flavor. Now our filling also comes together really quickly. We're going to start by just whisking together our mascarpone, powdered sugar, and vanilla just until smooth. You don't want to overmix it because else the cheese can separate, which we obviously don't want. So just quickly mix it in until the powdered sugar and the vanilla is completely combined. And in the meantime, we can already go ahead and whip up our cream until we have some nice stiff peaks as well. From here, we're basically just going to carefully fold the two together, and that is our filling done. Now that we've got all of our fillings and everything is ready to go, we can get to layering. Now I'm going to be layering like I usually do. So I'm going to be using a little cake disc with just a little piece of paper towel to make sure that it doesn't fly off of my cake stand. Now we're going to start with a layer of our cooled off cake, and I'm going to add some pineapple juice just to give it a little bit of extra moisture. Then we're going to add a thin layer of our mascarpone filling and pipe 3 borders of our mascarpone filling, which we're going to fill with our mango filling. And we're going to repeat that with the next layer as well. I did a really quick crumb coat, so I'm going to put my cake into the fridge for about 30 minutes or so just to let this set a little bit before I do my final coat and my decorating. Now I did a quick top coat, so this is going to go back into the fridge for another 30 minutes or so just to let everything set before we actually start with the decorating. Now while my cake is cooling, I can already go ahead and prep all of my colors that I need for decorating. So I'm going to need 2 shades of like a gray blue, a green, a gray, an orange, and a purple. So I'm going to start with these colors for now. And then if I need more, I can just mix them as I go.
If I close my eyes and think about us, I can see the person I know I should be. 'Cause honestly, I don't have no time to waste. I'm trying to come back to you, because now I see we were meant to be. Just tell me where and I'll come see ya. 'Cause I'm afraid that I'll end up here alone. Hope you'll understand how much I need ya. Take me back to when we were kids and didn't care if we were acting stupid, 'cause all we had was us. If I close my eyes and think about us, I can see the person I know I should be. 'Cause honestly, I don't have no time to waste. I'm trying to come back to you, because now I see we were meant to be. Acting stupid, 'cause all we had was us. If I close my eyes and think about us, I can see the person I know I should be. 'Cause honestly, I don't have no time to waste. I'm trying to come back to you, because now I see we were meant to be.
And there's the finished cake. I think it turned out really, really pretty. I really like the sides with the mountains and the trees and the flowers. I think it's super cute. I'm very happy with it. So that's going to be everything for today's video. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up or write me a comment down below. And as always, the whole recipe is going to be in the description box as well. And without further ado, I think it's time to show Julian the cake and see what he thinks. Julian! Okay, you can open your eyes.
Wow. Is that mountains?
Yeah.
And forest?
Yeah.
And little mango trees?
Those are mango trees. Those are flowers.
Looks really good. And campfire?
Yeah.
Why is the fire 2 different colors?
I wanted to make it like numerous colors, but it just ended up being half and half. Because flames are like multiple colors.
That looks really good. Good job.
That's good. Nice. Isn't it actually really cute?
Mm-hmm.
The mountains
really
look
good.
really cool.
Looks really good. You can't even tell that it's mango cake.
I know, you can't tell until you cut into it.
Mm-hmm. Wow, just like,
No.
good job.
Thanks.